Hey guys, it's WARRIORCHICK and welcome back to The Wolf Among Us. So today we're going to be starting episode 3 called A Crooked Mile. And I just want to say that I am going to be extra mindful going into this episode because I've started to notice this pattern. We're trying to solve a crime, we get some leads, and more often than not, our evidence clearly points towards a particular person. I'm going to say Woodsman as our example from episode 1. And of course, you're going at him, you're trying to find him, find out everything you can, and probably wasting a lot of time because, your opinion changes and you're like, oh no, this is definitely not the Woodsman. And the cycle continues. So particularly what I'm trying to get at is we had a very gruesome, creepy, it was a sickening ending for episode 2. We saw some horrible evidence of a crime that very clearly pointed towards Crane, and I was ready to get Big B's big bad wolf paws on him, but you know what? Like I said, I'm attempting to be a little bit more mindful, and I'm just going to assume innocent until proven guilty. This could very, very well be a distraction. Actually, probably totally is a distraction, and I feel like everything that we've gotten so far is probably setting us in the wrong direction, so we just gotta go with it and hope that we get a little bit closer to the truth each time. But I won't waste any more time talking about how mindful I'm going to be. We just gotta see if I can do it and keep my cool. I know it's gonna be a little bit more challenging now because obviously the victim of the crime is Snow, and we are Big B, who very clearly loves Snow. I don't know about as much as Crane appears to be,
but... Our stories used to be so simple. We had a beginning, a middle, and an end. But ever since we moved to this awful city, everything's gotten so confused.
Look, I didn't kill anyone.
And I'm supposed to just believe you. Snow. I just want you to be careful. I almost lost you once, and...
I'm not yours to lose. I'm not going to be an errand girl for Crane anymore.
She looks like Holly.
It's not Holly, it's her sister Lily.
She was hooking to pay down debt. Eventually, the only people she owed were at her work. That shithole club, the puddin' and pie.
My name is Nerissa.
Well, Nerissa, I've got some questions. The open arms.
Oh my god! What is it?
It's Crane.
Yeah, I could see how that could invoke some feelings. But, we're a detective, not a professional fighter. Well, debatable. We're not gonna just jump into this while jumping to conclusions. There's a lot we gotta figure out.
That fucking creep. Spineless little fucking rat.
Crane? Ugh, God, you think you know a person. Bigby, you have to tell her.
I know!
What's going on? What did you find up there? Other than the...
I just need to find Snow.
Why? What's going on?
Shit!
Crane's been... Whoa! Bigby, calm down. Everything's going to be fine, okay? It's going to be fine.
Will someone please explain this to me?
Crane has been stalking Snow White. The room is covered in evidence.
I have to tell Snow what's going on right now.
Okay, it's going to be okay. Where did you see her last? Did she say where she was going?
She took Holly to the business office to prepare for the funeral.
Lily's funeral?
Yeah.
How do you know?
I was just at the Trip Trap, and I heard Gren telling some folks about a funeral at the Buckingham Bridge.
Trip Trap? Are you drinking?
When?
Right now. They were on their way out.
Bigby!
Oh man, this couple's gonna need some therapy after this.
What?
Snow's been through a lot. There are things she doesn't talk about. Just please be careful when you tell her. And you should tell her. but
What are you getting
What are you
at?
trying to say?
you know how you felt when you saw that picture? Well, it's going to be much worse for her. Just remember that.
I feel like a lot of what's been going on is, you know, I feel like there's a lot of influence on Bigby to try and protect Snow, but I've tried that. She wasn't too happy about it, so, you know, I'm just gonna go based on Bigby and Snow's relationship. We want that open, honest kind of dialogue, so whatever her friends say to me, I'm gonna put that aside for now.
I'm honored to be asked to speak to you. It's a tradition that everyone speaks. Lily had many friends, but few
I
fables
guess
choose
they
to
kind of
move
cleaned
this
up this place
way.
nice.
If you're here, then
Or
you
the
were
toilet.
part of a very special circle. People she trusted and cared for. I won't offend you by claiming one day that the pain of losing Lily will ever subside. I know as well as you that it will never subside. But I also know that the memory of Lily will sustain as well. And it will, in time, equal in strength
Okay, well,
to our mourning
I'm not gonna
her
not
loss.
interrupt and then go back.
And it is in that spirit
talk to
that
her
I'd like to talk
offering
about
table.
what you've all been so grateful to share with me. Your memories of her. How she could be stubborn and
Okay.
patient, rash and thoughtful. How she carried a torch for the
I
old
like this
ways,
table.
for tradition, for pageantry. And most of all, it seems how Lily loved, dearly loved her friends and family.
Is this insensitive
I'll
of me?
miss worrying
around
about you.
In good
I'll miss our
times and
fights.
bad.
I'll
I
miss
never met
you.
Lily, but from
Holly.
what I've
Oh,
been told, I know in my heart.
oh, we
that
got
she
a
would
lot of
have
new
liked to be
Fable
here.
entries we gotta read.
And now
Almost keep
we'll have
forgetting.
our,
Now
moment
you
of
will never
silence.
die from
Thank you.
indifference or lead a tedious life. Goodbye, sweetheart. Thanks for everything. Vivian.
Bigby, is everything okay?
No,
Uh-oh.
not you.
Uh-oh.
Holly, it's...
He wasn't fucking invited.
Holly, wait.
He has no right to be here. Not after what he did.
Holly, I'm sorry, but I had to come.
You throw my sister down the witching well, and you have the nerve to show your face here? After you lie? After you promise me?
Holly, wait. That was Crane. Just Crane. He disposed of Lily's body before Bigby could do anything about it. I'm telling you the truth.
Don't cover for him.
But this genuinely wasn't his fault.
You can't tell me Bigby gives a shit about this.
Holly, it's gonna be okay.
I'm sorry, Holly. I didn't know he put her down the witching well.
Bigby cares, Holly. He's trying to help.
Thank you.
And I'm sure he has a very good reason for being here.
Oh, I do.
This one isn't on him.
Why are you here anyway? And don't say it's because you care about this.
Everything okay?
I'm here to talk to Snow.
Oh, really?
Yes, Holly, this is serious.
Okay, look. Bigby and I are going to have a little chat far away from the ceremony, all right? Look, Holly, I know how this must...
No, you don't know how this must feel. You have no idea. Don't fuck anything up. Don't bother anybody. And when the first sign of trouble comes, and it will come because you're a goddamn walking trap for it, I want you the fuck out of here. You hear me?
Of course. You won't even know I'm here.
Let's just continue, okay?
This is such total fucking bullshit.
Let's go, Holly.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
It's your turn to talk.
Ooh, I feel like I was a little insensitive there, but I thought I'd make things worse if I said, I'm here to pay my respects, because that clearly wasn't the reason we were here. And she totally would have known that.
This better be wildly important. It's been hard enough making a connection with these people. When you pull this kind of stuff, it just resets the clock.
Wait.
Lily was Crane's prostitute. I followed a lead to this shithole motel, the Open Arms. Crane had a room there, and he's been taking prostitutes, or at the very least Lily, and making her look like you while he was, you know.
This is... I don't even know what to say right now. I really don't. I'm just trying everything I can right now to not picture it, to not picture him.
I'm sorry, Snow. And I'm sorry I had to be the one to tell you.
You're sure this is what happened? This is what he's been doing? Because please, Bigby, don't confuse things. Deposing Crane would be the next step. And if we get this wrong, it would mean more than our jobs.
You know what?
We'd
This
get kicked out of Fabletown for
I don't
messing
know.
all of this up
I'm gonna
so
show the
badly.
photo. Probably not the best idea, but that's all I can back myself up with.
You took a cab here, right?
Yeah.
I'll drive.
Snow,
Narissa, what is it?
I'm sorry, but Holly's asking for you.
Are they starting the burn?
Yes. Everyone who spoke should really be present for this part. She's kind of distraught. You're not leaving yet, are you?
2 minutes. I don't mean to be,
No, I understand.
It's just that something's come up.
No, I get it. Take your time.
It won't take long.
How'd it go? At the motel? Did you find anything? No?
Yeah. Lily was killed there. It was an awful mess.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Narissa!
Yeah, coming!
Damn, I really just... Oh!
Wait, easy now, girl. You know how this goes. The first thing in a visit, you say, how do you do?
Why?
How do you do?
Why are you always
That way, it's
showing
proper.
up like this?
What are you doing here?
That is the question, isn't it? Or at least a question. We'll snip to the chase for all sakes. A little bird told us that you're fitting to go after Crane. And you see, we have an interest in that particular boy. So you leave Crane alone, and we'll leave you alone. Just take a little vacation is all. Don't even have to go anywhere. Just sit in your office and whistle to heaven for a few short days.
Are you working for Crane? Did he send you?
No, see now, you're already asking too many questions. Just pay attention. So what's it gonna be? We have a deal? You leave Crane alone, and we leave you to yours? Brother, speak your mind. Fastly now.
You think this act you got going scares me? 'Cause it doesn't.
Always wanting to do things the fun way. Ladies, gentlemen, invertebrates, please, rest easy. This is not...
The hell is going on?
What's happening?
Very sorry to impose, but we only had a deal to work out with Bigby. And we're unhappy to report that things did not go as smoothly as planned.
Bigby, what is he talking about?
Never you mind that, it ain't any of your...
What deal?
Settle down now. Yeah, everyone just stay where you are, nice and natural.
They want me to leave Crane alone.
Crane?
Oh, now you shouldn't have done that, old boy. Really. That wasn't right, telling everyone our dealings.
Oh, uh-oh.
What did I tell you? What did I say?
Ollie?
Think you motherfuckers could come here uninvited? You think you could just fucking interrupt Lily's funeral?
Calm down, darling. It was just a simple business transaction.
You fucking freaks are not getting away with this.
Holly, don't move!
Yeah, listen to your lady, love.
It's not worth it, Holly. They'll leave on their own.
Yeah, let's spare all the fuss. It's just a dead horse.
Uh-oh,
I'm
no.
gonna kill you!
Shouldn't have said that. It was very Tweedledum of you.
Holly!
I got it, Dum.
No you don't. Well, that was a lovely funeral. Damn, I feel so bad. So big bad wolf right now. It's just, I feel like I'm hurting all of the people I don't want to hurt. But I'm being too nice to those who need a little bit of a lesson. You know what, I'm gonna specifically say, you know, Georgie, our lovely puddin' and pie owner, I got the information I needed from him. I at least think I got everything I wanted to during that interaction at that club. But he is someone that, you know, may have required a little bit more aggression. Not particularly hurt, but aggression. I feel like I'm using my aggression in the wrong way. Oh, darn, off to a bad start.
I did as well as I could to take out the buckshot, but there's still some shards left embedded in your shoulder. They'll eventually worm their way out on their own, but until they do, you're gonna be sore.
Bigby, Dr. Swinehart was appointed Fabletown physician for a reason.
It's okay. There's only one thing you have to take away from all this. Take it easy. Don't go looking for any more fights. Keep strain off your heart. And try and get some rest.
How's everyone else? They all make it?
They're fine. I had everyone that got wounded sent home. Holly refused to let me see where she lived, so I left her and Grendel back at her bar with a dose of juniper and spring water. They're Titans, Bigby. They'll be fine. Just remember what I said. The stitches won't hold up if you continue to act like you normally do. Everything in moderation. And eat more chicken. Your blood pressure's through the proverbial roof.
I'll try to.
All right then. Very good.
Business office. I know, I'll have to call you back. The town is starting to find out.
Well, I'll leave you two to it then. Miss White, Bigby.
So, to recap...
Crane watched me through the magic mirror uncover his room at the open arms, and then he smashed it so we couldn't use it ourselves to go after him. And we know this because Buffkin was drinking in the rafters. That about cover it?
And once he puts all the pieces back together, it'll be easy to catch Crane. So, I guess that's the plan, currently. But I don't know.
There's no other leads. This is it. Just wait for the mirror.
Yeah. What the hell is going on? I don't know what the Tweedles get out of this. I don't know if Crane sent them. I don't know if... I mean, this is gonna sound crazy, but do you really think Crane did it? Everything points to him. I get it, but do you really think he killed those women? Because it's incomprehensible to me.
I'm as confused as you are, to be honest. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense.
He was a conniver, a coward, a liar. And I'll always hate him for that. And I'll hate him for how he held me in his thoughts. But murdering prostitutes?
Ow!
Everything okay over there?
Yes, Miss White. I just cut myself on a piece of the glass. Nothing to worry about.
Oh, gotta get the doctor back
Thanks
in
for
here.
Tonight, by the way. That could have gone really terribly. I mean, even worse than it did. I'm glad you were there.
I just feel bad for Holly, really.
Yeah. Time heals everything eventually. At least, I hope so, for her sake. Can I, ask you a question? It's kind of personal. And I don't want to offend you, but after tonight, it's on my mind.
Why? What's on your mind?
It's just, when stuff hits the fan, like it did tonight, it feels like before we came to the city. It feels kind of like home. And I've heard it said that maybe in some tiny little bottled up way deep inside, you kind of enjoy it when things go wrong. Because it gives you an excuse to just, stop pretending.
Huh?
Why even bring this up?
I guess it doesn't matter.
Oh, that's probably the wrong answer. I should have just said no.
Guys? We have a problem.
What is it?
I can't finish the mirror. It's missing a piece.
Oh, of course.
What do you mean, missing a piece?
Like all my puzzles.
Yes, it's not here.
Crane must have taken a shard with him.
Oh, I can't believe this.
I saw Crane pick something up after he smashed it. I'm sorry, I didn't realize what it was until now.
Buffkin.
The mirror can't work unless it's whole.
Well, that's not entirely true.
Or what, Buffkin? What? We sit around and wait until it mends itself? We have no idea how long that will take. We're just gonna have to do this the hard way.
I'm just saying, waiting is an option.
No. We can't depend on the mirror.
What exactly is the hard way?
We'll look through his things, his desk, everything. He had to have left something that tells us where he's going. He's a neat freak, but he was never that smart.
Smart enough to take a piece of the mirror. We can still solve this ourselves. I know
Never mind that. Come help me look.
Hey, Buffkin's onto something. Oh, Buffkin. Oh, we're just throwing him to the side. Buffkin, I'll talk to you. I'll listen to you.
Hi, Mr. Bigby. I can still help you catch Crane, you know.
I know.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. I saw him jump on the telephone before he left. He called up somebody. He said he needed to see his witch, or that he would need to get to the witch for that. Whoever that is.
His witch?
Yes, it sounded like the one he got his snow glamours from.
You didn't see anything else, did you?
No, not especially.
Fair enough.
Look, the whole mirror thing, it's not your fault, all right?
You mean it?
Yeah.
Why didn't you stop him? Not gonna do
I'll
that.
just see if I can do anything about this.
You do
Oh.
that.
Poor Buffkin. Damn, of course he. Yeah, that was so funny. Buffkin's like, look, it's smart enough to take a piece of the mirror. Very true. I think Snow White's just a little bit on edge right now, for obvious reasons. But I feel like we're gonna get some good stuff by reading through this book of fables. I think there may have been a couple new entries from episode 2. I'm gonna assume it'd probably be about Mr. Georgie Porgy the pimp. Okay. Obviously, Georgie runs the Pudding and Pie, a strip club that also caters to the unmentionable desires of Fabletown citizens. He has tried just about everything there is to try in a pursuit of worldly pleasures, but none of it satisfies him for long. He does seem to enjoy pushing people's buttons. He takes pride in his nightclub and doesn't react well to anyone meddling in his affairs. That is very true. We did learn that. Clever Hans, bouncer / janitor / handyman. This was, oh yeah, he was at the club. He was, what was he, the janitor, the bouncer? I guess he was all three. Clever Hans always does exactly as he's told. However, he often misunderstands his instructions and ends up hurting himself or behaving oddly, as in the case of his noted fable where he threw sheep's eyes at his wife. Not so clever, Hans. Unsurprisingly, she left him, and now Hans works as a bouncer at Georgie's club. He hopes to dance on the stage one day, but for now he's content sweeping up and making sure the crowd doesn't get out of hand. I don't know how Georgie would feel about that. If his bouncer just came up to him and said, yo, Georgie, Turn on that stereo, play a song. Let me dance for you. I don't know, but then again, Georgie may have, may be into that worldly pleasures. You never know. Nerissa's story has never had a happy ending. She's known as the Little Mermaid, the young girl who gave up her tail for a pair of legs in the hopes of winning the heart of a handsome prince. When he married a princess instead, Nerissa was left heartbroken. She made the journey to the mundane world hoping for a better life. Now she dances at the pudding and pie, but each step she takes feels like walking on shards of glass. She has very little left, but finds some comfort in the company of her fellow dancers. Yeah, these stories are so tragic compared to the Disney versions. Like, I'm just saying, I know that, it's completely different than these sugar-coated stories I'm used to hearing. Super, super sad, super tragic, but I mean, also pretty interesting. Troll Funeral writes, "The long absence. The gaze of Great Mother Death is always upon us. Beneath her affectionate eye we fight our battles. We nurse our wounds. We shout our victories. We endure our sorrows. And when we fall, she is there. Her embrace is the silence of the mountain, the heavy peace of the stone." Approximately translated. A troll funeral is a sacred ritual passed down by oral traditions from troll mother to son. It begins at sunset with the creation of the cairn, a small pile of stones to represent the many generations of trolls that have traveled and died before them, foundation upon which the living stand. Weapons are divided amongst the troll's closest comrades. The body and the rest of the possessions are burned, and though each viewer must speak to the life of the lost, the eulogy's candor would make a Mundy blush. Vivian, this is one of Georgie's girls. Much of Vivian's past is unknown since she prefers not to talk about her life back in the homelands. She wanted a fresh start in Fabletown, but she finds herself working for Georgie at the pudding and pie. That is very sad. Oh, apparently it's not a terrible life, but honestly, it kind of looks like it. Georgie took a liking to Vivian, so he doesn't make her take jobs at the open arms. Instead, she plays hostess and helps Georgie ensure complete customer satisfaction. Okay, I guess okay, fair enough. She probably has like the least terrible job there. Minus Hans, clever Hans. You know what, I want to see him again. I'm just... His story's interesting. Dr. Swinehart, this is the physician I assume we just saw, the army surgeon. Dr. Swinehart is the resident Fabletown physician, so skilled in the art of instrumental surgery that he can safely operate on himself. He's served as an army medic for many years, sometimes using his talents to impress the locals. He currently runs the special research station of the Knights of Malta Hospital, so named to discourage people for investigating what is actually a reserved, Fable-focused health facility. Smart man. So smart he can operate on himself. That is absolutely nuts. But you know what? I guess that just goes to show he's pretty skilled and Fabletown's in good hands. Then again, it's apparently really, really hard to hurt Fables. That's probably why everyone was completely okay. I feel like he probably doesn't have a lot of work to do here. All these Fables are like, oh yeah, took like 8 stab wounds and 30 bullet wounds and a punch to the face, but hey, I'm okay. Maybe a Tylenol. Maybe a Band-Aid. He's probably got an easy job, but his skills aren't being put to good use. Poor man, maybe he needs to go to the Mundy world. Okay, anyway, back to the situation. We're gonna have to creep a little bit here on the creep himself, Green. I definitely think I made the mistake of automatically saying that he had her as a prostitute, because this whole idea of glamour, as fake as the Snow White was in that photo, Crane could have been just as fake. So you know what, I'm kind of backtracking on that decision, but we already talked about it with Snow. We said we're kind of unsure, we don't really know what's going on, it's weird, and I think she agrees. So being mindful of decisions.
What is it?
It's the key to his room at the open arms.
Oh, god damn it,
You
Crane.
still haven't told me what was in there. I want to know.
It just leaves the evidence. Oh, I forgot to click something.
Don't coddle me, okay? I've seen more than you know. There's only so much you can repress, you know?
Don't worry, Snow. We'll get him.
Come on, let's keep looking.
Guess I gotta also be a little bit quicker on the reflexes too. It's sometimes, you know, you really want to examine what you could say and their consequences, but when you have no time, you end up picking one and it's probably the wrong one. Rain, are there any updates on the extra funding I requested? As I explained in my last letter, the conditions here could do with some improvement. I'm seeing some unrest from the residents, and I have to admit I can see why. The farm should not be a punishment. I'm sure you're busy, but I think this should be made a priority. Best, Wayland Smith. I am writing to ask again that you please send someone to fix the air conditioning in our unit. It's burning up in the apartment, and Pinocchio says his skin is splintering. I don't know what that means, but I assume it's something gross, and I'd really like it if you'd fix the air like we asked you 3 months ago. At the very least, provide us a fan in the meantime. Sincerely, Boy Blue. Of course he wrote in blue pen, because he's Boy Blue. Oh, please tell me we get to see Pinocchio. Mr. Crane, you said you'd pay to have the plaster redone in my building after the last incident in 204. It's falling off the fucking walls. Please fix it. I can't rent out that room as it is, and I've already been waiting for days. Not to mention, you already promised me you'd send someone to fix the big crack in the glass on the front door. Well, guess what? It's worse now. Get your shit together. Of course, it's Mr. Toad. You know what? He gets to the point. Gets to the point.
Did Crane ever do any work?
Only when Cole was around.
Fair enough. Does he do anything?
There's a page here that was torn out.
Oh yeah? Buffkin, do you know what was here?
It's a ring, at least. Every magical item not retained in the armory is assigned to someone in Fabletown. It must be this witch he is going to see.
Wait, what witch?
Buffkin overheard Crane set up a meeting with a witch.
Well, yes, it sounded like the one he got his, glamours from. It must be about this ring.
Why not mention this before?
No one asked me.
Buffkin!
And I'm hungover. I'm sorry. He set the meeting at 2 a.m. tonight.
What's going on? Is the mirror fixed yet?
Bluebeard, this isn't the time.
Is the mirror fixed or isn't it? You called me to...
I called just to see if you knew where Crane could be, and that was it, okay? And I'm sorry I said anything more than that.
Well, you did, and I know. The cat's out of the bag. So, can we find the dull pervert or not?
No, it can't be fixed. It's missing a piece.
This is none of Bluebeard's business, Bigby.
None of my business? Crane's the murderer. He escaped. It seems he spoiled your every attempt at locating him. And now it's none of my business?
We don't know if he's the murderer.
Oh, please. Of course he is.
Look, this just isn't the time. He took a piece of the mirror, so we can't use it.
The only thing we know is that Crane's going to see a witch at 2 o'clock.
AM or PM?
Buffkin!
AM.
Listen, Bluebeard, you're not a part of this.
I don't think you're in any position to turn away help.
Define help.
What do you know about Crane anyway?
That he has the stones to kill prostitutes like any common sex-frightened serial killer and not face a real challenge.
Look, we know that Crane is going to see a witch, and it's to acquire a magic ring.
What's the ring?
We don't know what it does or who it's assigned to since Crane tore its page out of the book.
This farce was your ridiculous idea for a plan. I mean, who put you in charge in the first place?
Fixing the mirror was the most logical
You're
thing.
a secretary. He's the sheriff. And none of you were chosen to run this office. Who elected you to make these decisions?
Nobody, but that
Who
doesn't...
elected her to spend my money?
Well, I've been doing that unofficially for years now.
Unofficially is not officially.
Snow can obviously handle this, so let's drop it.
Well then, excuse me for having the Commonwealth in mind.
All right, let's just look on the bright side. We know Crane is going to see the witch that's been supplying him black market glamours.
Thanks to me.
And
of course,
that he'll be there at 2. So that gives us a few short hours to find out who it is and where they live and get them all at once.
And a few shorter hours the more you babble about it.
We haven't been the ones babbling.
Yeah. Just point in the direction you want me to check first.
Since Lily used the glamours, she'd have known who the witch was, and I don't think Holly's burned her things yet. It would probably have the address or a phone number or something.
And Bigby is free to go there if he likes. But I think the question you should be asking is just what do the two Tweedles know about this?
It doesn't matter what they know. After tonight, they'd never go to their office.
They're not smart enough to try and go anywhere else?
The Trip Trap is the better option to track the witch down. That has to be our focus.
If Holly has Lily's things, that'd probably be the safer bet.
I don't really care what you two do. I'm going to his apartment.
What? You can't just go up there.
And why the hell not?
We already looked for the key, remember? I don't know where it is.
Then I'll pick the blasted lock! I've wasted enough time waiting for the mirror to find him. I won't waste any more.
You just can't go up there alone, all right?
I've no interest in nicking his drapes, my dear, if that's what concerns you.
What concerns me is you traipsing through possible evidence.
Oh, now it's evidence. Before you had no interest, and now it's a crime scene.
I'm just gonna let him.
I don't care. Just go ahead.
He will anyway.
You can't just let Bluebeard run amok in Crane's place.
Ha!
He's after something. I just don't know what it is. We have to find the witch, Bluebeard, since that's where he's going.
Or the sniveling weasel chickened out. Never went anywhere. And is upstairs right now in his pitiful penthouse, crafting a fort out of couch cushions. Look, this is how a smart person would do it. So this is how we're going to do it. Wherever you go, I'll go to the other.
I don't like you going anywhere unsupervised. He's up to something. I don't know what it is, but we don't have the time to really worry about it now. Where are you gonna go, Bigby?
Find the witch. That is the new objective.
So you leave Crane alone, and we'll leave you alone.
I'd love to join you, but there's some business I need to attend to.
No, I'm better off dealing with things alone. I don't need sympathy and I don't need charity.
Okay. One thing I do want to just mention, because we did just read about the funeral, like the ritual funeral for trolls, is that Lily's things likely could have been burned by now, especially if Holly was, she clearly is trying to follow, the protocol as closely as possible. So, there's always the chance that she could have burned the stuff already. Crane's apartment, I genuinely don't feel like I'd really find anything there, because if he's on his way to look for the witch, like, he probably has all the stuff and the mirror piece and everything he needs. Like, I feel like he probably wouldn't even be at his apartment, but the only thing that would make me want to go there is the fact that Bluebeard wants to go so bad, because, he's being kind of sus, and I don't know what the heck he's doing here. He kind of confuses me. He's definitely not a great dude based on his past, what we've read from his little Fable story. But, kind of like Snow said, I don't really got time to worry about it right now. He's gonna do his own thing anyway, so I'm just gonna let him. Who knows? Maybe he'll help, maybe he won't, maybe he'll make things worse. Who knows? Dee's office could definitely be a good option. Could definitely find stuff there. But I think the bar would be the best place, because Holly will be there, and typically, at a bar, there's other people, so maybe, someone else will have information? I don't know. You know what? I feel like Holly's bar
So you leave Crane alone?
is the best
No, I'm
place
better off
for
dealing with
that
things
has like
alone.
potential.
I don't need sympathy and I don't need charity.
Oh yeah, I'm torn between Dee's office and Holly's bar.
With things alone.
I think I'm gonna choose the bar.
The witch's identity must be with Lily's stuff. I should go see Holly first.
Perfect. And I'll go to Crane's apartment.
I'll check in with you later. I hope you know what you're doing.
I never really do. I just go with it. Alright guys, I'm going to end this video here. So far, this has been a little bit of a rough start to this investigation into Crane. I feel like I'm having a lot of conflicting ideas on obviously what is the truth here. I feel like I also kind of, started giving out information that I probably shouldn't have. I think I kind of worded things a little bit wrong here and there, by saying, yeah, Crane had Lily hired as a prostitute and then glamored her. Like, for all we know, that picture could have been something completely different. It could have been someone else in glamour of Snow, and it could have been someone in glamour of Crane. Like, you don't really know. But I don't think that Crane killed Lily, which is why I kind of wish I could take back my statement at automatically accusing Crane of hiring Lily as a prostitute, because there's probably like a 99% chance whoever hired her was someone that killed her in that room. And he had a key. I don't know. Crane does have a lot of evidence pointing towards him, but I also feel like that could be definitely planted or tampered with, or kind of used as a distraction. I don't really know, but I'm kind of thinking back to the whole Woodsman situation, and I don't think Crane killed Lily. I mean, that's probably about as all I can say for Crane. He's probably done a whole bunch of other stuff. He's lying, he's this and that. But I don't know if he would kill her. And everyone always kind of says like, yeah, Crane's a coward, he's a this and that. I kind of also believe Bluebeard in the sense that I don't think he... Actually, no, sorry. I disagree with Bluebeard because he said that, oh yeah, he would kill like any serial killer, whatever. I gotta find him. I disagree with that. Which is pretty much the main reason that I'm suspicious that Bluebeard is trying to go into Crane's apartment. But at the same time, if you really thought it was Crane, obviously you'd be going nuts trying to find the guy in any evidence. So I really don't know what Bluebeard's up to. I can't say I particularly trust him, but I don't got time to worry about what he's doing. I'm sure it'll all come out and I'll probably regret all my decisions, but hey, that's what replaying the game is for. Yeah, this is literally a former serial killer decapitating his brides. This guy was like, could very well fit the description of this killer. Very well could be the one, pulling all the strings here. He has a lot of money. He could be paying Dee and Dumb or whatever. He very well could be the killer, but then there could be someone even bigger than all this that's, framing a little bit of everybody in the town to break us up and cause chaos. Like, I genuinely feel like whoever the killer or the kind of one behind all of these crimes, whoever they are, I don't feel like we've met them yet. If it does turn out to be somebody or people that we have met, I will be very surprised and probably my mind will be blown. But as of where my general opinion stands, I feel like we don't even have a clue of who it is. I know that we only have this and I think one more episode to figure it out. I mean, we're this far in and I still don't really feel like I have a good idea, but that's what is really making this game so fun and interesting. So, gonna end this video here. We'll pick up here and head to Holly's bar and hopefully get a little bit more clarification of absolutely anything. So thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you in the next video. Bye!